guys, so I'm always getting tips on how I manage online school, going to college, and taking care of Aria. I get this question all the time to make a video of how I do it, you know, how I'm spreading my time. So I want to make this video and give you guys some tips that have really helped me and how I'm able to juggle taking care of a toddler and getting my schoolwork done. So I am just going to go ahead and get started. Since I'm a very organized person, I like to have a schedule. I'm very organized. I'm a clean freak. Pretty much everything that would annoy the average person. Like, I am so anal about those kind of things. So I'm very into planners and organizations. So what has really helped me is a planner. Now, I got this at Target. I don't even remember how much it was. They're not that expensive and you can just get a cheap one. So I just got this planner at Target, and it's not even really a planner. I just made it into a planner because this is going to be my real planner, but for some reason it doesn't start till July. I don't know why that is. I'll show that in a minute. So for right now, I already went ahead and planned for next week. So what I do is I write the date. I'm taking 2 classes right now, which is University Studies and Personal Finance, and I write what I'm supposed to do in that class for the day and what I'm supposed to what I'm supposed to do for this class of the day. My school, the good thing about my university that I go to, that they have a syllabus for you to plan out everything that you're going to be learning each week, which we go by 9 weeks. It will let you know what to do. So you can either follow that, but I like to write it out because then I'm able to memorize it that way if I'm actually writing it out. And then I just highlight it off so I know what I got done for the day, and that has really helped me with my schoolwork. So then I'm able to look at exactly, oh, I got that done, okay, so I need to do this. And I do that for each day, which I only have, the way I have my schedule now is I only have to do it for 4 days out of the week. So that is good about that. So what I was saying about this one is it doesn't start till July, so that's why I got that planner so I could write it out. But for this one, when July starts, I will be able to write it out for each day. And I love this one because I have it all right here, if you guys can see. And I can write it for each day, and it's just, this one is more organized because it has it already written out. I don't have to write it out or anything. All I have to do is write out what I need to do, and I can also do other things, like if I have a doctor's appointment, something like that, I can write in here. So this is going to be my overall planner. So definitely have a planner and have some kind of organization to help you with your schoolwork. The second thing is have a schedule. Now, I know it might be hard for parents who have like a newborn. Babies usually don't get into a really good sleep schedule till they're older, or when you decide to sleep train them when they're older. So since Aria is a little bit older, we have a set schedule when we do things, like when we get up, you know, when we have lunch. It's always around that time, a certain time for naps. So I know exactly when she's taking naps and whenever I'm able to work on my schoolwork. So if your child doesn't have a schedule and they're too young to be on a schedule, my best advice would be do schoolwork anytime they're sleeping. Now, I know that's really hard because you're thinking, oh, I have other things to do like laundry or cooking or whatever. You just need to prioritize. Maybe decide, okay, since she's sleeping right now, I'll do schoolwork, and then the next time she's sleeping, I will do my laundry or whatever, or let me do my laundry and cooking, and then after she goes to bed, let me get a little bit of schoolwork in. That's what at least I try to do. Also, I get up before Aria, and I know this is crazy for parents who are barely getting any sleep at night. I know what that's like, and I know it's really hard, but I try to get up an hour before Aria does just so I can work on my schoolwork. I work better in the mornings than at night because at night I'm like so exhausted, I just want to go to bed and I can't focus. Now, if you're the opposite, then maybe stay up an hour later instead of getting up an hour earlier. Just try and make time as much as you can. It's just one of those things that you just have to make a schedule. For me, since Aria takes 1 nap a day now, we've changed our schedule. Usually it's between 2 to 3 hours. That's when I write down what I need to do. Like if it's schoolwork, if I need to do laundry, try and get it done all in that amount of time, and, you know, set time limits as well, if that makes sense. I hope I'm not getting too confusing. It's just something you need to prioritize, and sometimes I do have to stay up to work on schoolwork a little bit later. So it's just one of those things that you kind of have to you just kind of have to give up some sleep for, and you know, because school's important, and I'm really wanting, you know, to give Aria a better life and to better myself by going to school and everything. So I don't want to get too much into that because I'm just gonna make this video so long. My third tip would be, don't be afraid to ask people for help. And I know for me at least, I like doing everything on my own. I'm very independent. I hardly ever ask for help, and don't do that because it will drive you crazy. You need to ask for help. If Ian is home, if he got home early for work, I'll be like, can you just watch it for a little bit? Let me do some schoolwork and then we'll get her ready for bed or whatever. Or, you know, when my sister's here, I ask for her help and she's okay with it. You know, just ask for help. If you have a lot of schoolwork you need to do, you know, call up your mom or call up your grandma. You know, can you just take them for a couple hours? Let me get some of the schoolwork. And, you know, especially if it's like someone in your family that hasn't seen your daughter for a while or your son in a while, just they would be probably really happy to, you know, spend some time with your child while you do some schoolwork. So don't be afraid to ask for help. If you have a lot of schoolwork to do, if you need to study, don't be afraid to ask. Don't feel guilty, you know, that you're not watching your child. Don't feel like it's always your responsibility. I've always been told it takes a village to raise a child, so don't feel guilty if you're not there all the time, because, you know, you need to get some stuff done for yourself. Like I was saying, set a routine. I know it's hard when babies are younger, but just try your hardest to set a routine of when to get things done. It will change your schedule so much if you just set routines and you set time limits and all that kind of stuff. Also, when you're going back to school, try not to overload your schedule by getting too many classes or taking a lot of credits, that kind of stuff. Try to know your limitations and know how much you can actually do and how much you can't do. So definitely don't overwork yourself. Right now I'm taking 2 classes, which it's definitely challenging at times, but I could not imagine taking 3 classes. Okay, so my final and 5th tip is to stay calm. Try not to stress out. I know it's really hard to stress out, and I have my stressful weeks or my days with school and like trying to manage everything. Like yesterday I had so many different assignments to do and I didn't do them earlier in the week like I was supposed to, and then I just had, you know, Aria was about to get up for a nap, and it just was so stressful. But try not to stress out, and I know it's hard, like I said, but just stay calm and, you know, just breathe. I know it's hard, but sometimes we just need to take a breather and relax, because it's hard to focus with school and focus on your baby if you're just stressed. Just take one thing at a time and take one day at a time. Just handle one thing at one moment and deal with another thing at another moment, and I guarantee you will be less stressed. And I know it's easier said than done, but just stay as calm and stress free as you can. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope those 5 tips were very helpful for you. They have been really helpful for me in how I manage my time and manage school and manage my life and manage Aria and manage YouTube, manage my relationships. It's hard managing a lot of things, but it is possible. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you have any comments, please leave them below, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.